what we're gonna do is we're gonna choose the race, which before I had him as a human, right? Because Darth Vader, Anakin, but I think like Obi-Wan said it best. He's more machine than man now. So with that being said, the most machine-like thing that we could pick is gonna be a Warforge. I mean, you just gotta pick a Warforge. So we're gonna put him as a Warforge right there. And then from there on, I think we're also gonna make him just a higher level as well. But oh, this is going off of the new things. So with this going in as a Warforge, you know, we can increase his strength score because Darth Vader is a strong dude. He's a strong dude. Whenever we go into making a class, what was that on the races? Choosing skills. When it comes to skills, intimidation. And when it comes to tools, he was good at building droids. Let's go with tinkering. Languages, well, he could speak binary. Remember that deleted scene from Revenge of the Sith where he's like beep boop bop beep boop? What's the closest thing to binary? I am not sure. So we're just gonna go with Celestial. I know that's like the language of the gods, but I'm just gonna stick with that. You can have your pick of languages. I'm pretty sure Anakin was pretty good at understanding other languages as it is. Now, for the class, when it comes to Darth Vader, I think when you're making a Jedi, it's going to be a little bit different than making like Darth Vader, the Sith Lord himself, right? So I would actually make Darth Vader a Paladin. And let's go to like, what, level 14, just around there. We get a good amount of feats and things from there for being level 14. And from there, proficiencies. Now, he is insightful because he uses the Force. He can read you. You, just like how you read Princess Leia, you're part of a rebel alliance, and we know that, Leia. Don't try to lie to us. Don't try to lie to him. And we could do religion. Hey, what's up, Nugget? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Religion, because just like how one of the admirals told him in episode 4, his old religions are not the ways, but don't underestimate the power of the dark side of the Force. Fighting style. Now, when it comes to Darth Vader, honestly, he does a lot of things with one hand. He really does one thing where he's using one hand. I am going to go into Great Weapon Fighter, though I do think, let me see what dueling is. I'm doing great. Just got back from a small break. Oh, glad to hear it. Glad to hear you're doing great. Hope you enjoyed your break. Hope things aren't going to be too crazy getting back into it. When you're wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons, you gain a +2 bonus to damage rolls with that weapon. That actually fits, because he usually duels with one hand. Vader's a Chad like that, where he just uses one hand in his fighting, and he does like to duel. So we're gonna go with dueling. +2 to damage rolls. He's gonna hit hard. He's gonna really lean into his attacks. Now, for when it comes to picking a oath for Vader, again, I've made Vader in the past. And we're tweaking them up just a little bit. The vengeance almost seems like the right thing to do, but I feel like, honestly, with Darth Vader himself, we can go with conquest. Now, conquest is really important because conquest does a lot to do with fear, and especially whenever you're trying to, it kind of thematically fits too with the wording, since they're an empire and they're really taking and conquering the whole entire galaxy with what they're doing. And just to let me double check to make sure on the conquest spells. You get command, hold person, spiritual weapon, which we can use to levitate our lightsaber, bestow curse, fear, dominate beast, stone skin, which again, dominate beast, that's a callback to Anakin. Stone skin, because he is really hard to hit, he is wearing a ridiculous suit. Might I say the most iconic villain suit of all time. And then cloud kill, dominate person. So, matter of fact, we'll just bump ourselves up to level 17, so that way we get the dominate person. We're an experienced Sith Lord. Why not? Now, we're going to go in ability skill improvement. We're going to have a lot of these. Really, when it comes to making features with Darth Vader, there are only a couple things that I think you should need, especially being one that is force sensitive. That can really make you feel like you're a force sensitive user. There is telekinetic, and we're going to base it off of charisma, because if someone correct me if I'm wrong, but charisma is the main stat for paladins. And then we're going to do another ability score improvement, and we're going to do, and you could go about this any other way that you'd like. I like to take alert, especially for Jedis or force sensitive people in the Star Wars universe, mainly for the simple fact that, yeah, you could sense what's going on, no one can sneak up on you, and you're going to be really quick to react, because Jedi reflexes are that superior to a human, which is why Anakin Skywalker is the only human to have been a pod racer. However, depending on how you want to make your Darth Vader, you could also do heavy weapons, Great Weapon Master, just to do a little bit more damage and turning that lightsaber into a giant stick. But because my Darth Vader probably is gonna wield his saber with just one hand, and we already got the +2, I'm gonna take the alert. He is aware of Obi-Wan's presence whenever he jumps into the Death Star. And of course of that, we're going to try to max out our charisma, so that way whenever we want to dominate people or use our force powers in any way, they're more likely to work, because Darth Vader really is kind of a force of nature. And then of course, whenever we get into a fight, we're going to increase our strength score. There we go, level 17. I started out level 14. Now method, you can roll. Just know I'm going to be using the standard point array, so that way to give you an idea of where I'm putting each point. For starter, I think strength should be the second stat, whereas charisma should be the highest stat. Wisdom being the next highest, intelligence being there. Constitution, honestly, dexterity can be the lowest completely. Constitution, I think you can swap with wisdom, but I'm not too worried about Constitution, considering that we're going to be wearing armor and things of that nature. And honestly, Darth Vader, when he does get hit, it does hurt him. He is technically very, we're talking about a guy that has to take back to baths, what seems to be a more recent occurrence for him. So underneath the plate of armor, his constitution probably isn't that strong. With all our stats in, we're looking a little bit like this. I probably could have maxed out my charisma or my strength score completely, but I'm okay with this for now. Feel free to, of course, do this. I for sure would probably go back and I would switch out probably my strength score to be maxed out to 20 if I was min-maxing and things of that nature. As for, okay, we already got our languages. Background, so this one's very important. Now, if I was making Anakin, I would probably give a different background, but as seeing that I'm Darth Vader, and we've already fought in the Clone Wars, we're going to be jumping into Soldier. With those, we're going to have to choose our skill proficiencies. We already picked Intimidation. Stealth is probably not a thing that we need. Definitely probably not acrobatics, even though he is good at jumping off large flights of stairs. We're going to go with Arcana. history, even investigation. I'm gonna go with investigation. We gotta track down whoever took those plans for the Death Star, and we gotta probe the minds of people to figure out that we also not only have a long lost son, but also a long lost daughter. And as for what does Darth Vader like to play, we're gonna say a game of chess. He's a strategist. He was a general in the military, and he committed war crimes while he was in there. For weapons, you can use the Sunblade. This is Sunblade if your DM whatever is not, you don't start off with magic weapons. This is for you. Again, this character is for you to be able to implement them into any D&D world. You can have your Darth Vader into any game, any world that you want to jump into. So, Sunblade, if you come across one, makes kind of like the perfect weapon for a good lightsaber. I did do some customizations with the Sunblade to give it to make it feel more balanced in the world. However, normal blades work just fine, and you'll feel just like the Sith Lord himself. We did nearly forget spells. So jumping in there, I'm just going to look through here, and we're going to grab some things that I think would go really well. We can prepare up to 12, so we have some to work with. Now, I think Compelled to Duel is a great one for Darth Vader to take on. You attempt to compel a duel because he does goad people into fighting him. Not only that, having some type of smite is not bad. To say the least, especially if you're just using a sword, you don't have the lightsaber yet. Searing Smite can, replicate those lightsaber damages, burning damages, or even doing something like Branding Smite, doing radiant damage itself. Moving forward, we can Fear is always prepared, so I don't have to worry about that. Again, taking elemental weapon. You could do simple things like dispel magic, or even detecting good or evil, or detect magic. These are things that can go into the effect of you being force sensitive. Bless, honestly, if you're not taking that, you're not doing it right. Let's be real. Let's be honest. You find any excuse to take Bless. Staggering Smite. Smite again works perfectly with Darth Vader because all the smites kind of taking advantage of him going in and attacking people with just his destructive power that he has. We don't need things like Summon Celestial or stuff like that. Stone Skin's already always prepared. Death Ward. Well, Anakin wasn't really able to find Greater Steed. I actually like Find Greater Steed. I can see Darth Vader jumping on him out or calling his spaceship towards him. Locate Creature. Again, that's something I am good with, as I think works well with Darth Vader. Dispel Good or Evil. Dominate Person's already on there. And we're going to go with, what does Magic Circle actually do? Choose one or more of the following types of creatures. Celestial Phase. That's fine. How many more do I need? One more. I literally need one more. We could do another Blinding Smite. I'm kind of just picking these off the top. Hold Person's already fine. Steed is not bad. That could help with, what's Wrathful Smite? I like Wrathful Smite. Honestly, if not all of this, Shield of Faith would be a good one as well if we can honestly get rid of Find Greater Steed and do Shield of Faith. But yeah, those are all the spells that I believe work really well with Darth Vader and really go into the whole persona of his character. And of course, whenever you take armor, you're going to take the plate armor. there you have it. We just put Darth Vader into your Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Have fun. Tell me what you think about it. Like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And if you tweaked it up or made your own changes, let me know. I like to see the variations of Darth Vaders that are out there. But until next time, YouTube, play nice.